Hi, Jazz. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. For those of you who don't know, Jazz, literally, I've just phoned her up to say, hey, Jazz, I've got an event coming, and I know you're brilliant at managing events. Any chance you could give me some tips? And then we're chatting away. I'm like, actually, you need to come and share your story because we've had a bit of a journey together. So, welcome, Jazz. Thank you, thank you, thank you for literally having your breakfast and then just getting thrown in at the deep end. So, no makeup, no nothing. We're just as we are, real talk. Morning. So, Jazz, for everyone that's listening on YouTube or on Facebook or Instagram, who are you? How on earth did you and I meet? And why on earth did you want to hang out with me?
So, hi, I'm Jasmine from the UK originally. Came over to New Zealand approximately 7 years ago, and I fell into the beautiful Sally's lap with Project K. So I was very interested in group mentoring and working with children. So that's how we sort of initially got together. And yeah, Sally was just a very lovely person to have in my life at the time, and also quite a motherly figure, which I didn't have. And we worked together, yeah, through Project K. So I mentored for a year, just over a year, and we just stayed in contact. So Sally also got me back into thinking about religion and where I'm actually from, and my heritage and my family. So we just sort of kept meeting, having coffees now and again, and then it got to a point where Sally sort of noticed a bit of a change in me, because I was hitting a bit of a wall. Look, I've come from a place where I've always been a very positive person. I've traveled the world. I've met some amazing artists through my industry, where I used to work in Ibiza, and met my ex-fiance overseas in Australia. We came over here together. But as we all do, sometimes it doesn't last, and sometimes we just need some support. So I lost a lot of my confidence, probably around, about 5 years ago. After Project K, Sally met me a few times and noticed this, like I said, and it was a bit of a bad place. Lost my inhibition to want to push myself. Didn't know what I was doing. Definitely wasn't happy in my relationship. I didn't know why. And yeah, it just wasn't me. And she sort of noticed a bit of the light had left. So I was very thankful for Sally introducing me to her program. First of all, she didn't push it on me. She didn't want my money. She was just wanting to be there and support me. But I really wanted to do something about it. And she was like, look, with open arms, let's give this a go. I think it's going to be beneficial to you. And not only to myself, but also to my, at the time, fiance, Matthew. He done it as well. And it was probably needed, and probably one of the best things we ever both done. So out of it, sometimes you realise that not everything is roses. We did separate, but it was for the better. And if we didn't have them conversations that Sally initiated, at this stage, I probably wouldn't be where I am now. So look, I'm not going to go into detail of it too much because everyone's experience is different, but I think we all need a direction at some point. And as for anyone, it's very difficult to talk about our own mental health and where we're at in life. So this just gives me a little bit of hope, a bit of more of a routine going to see Sally, actually expressing my thoughts. I've never seen a counsellor, but I would say it was a cross between a counsellor, a mother, a friend, someone to listen to me and just sort of make me realise that I am this person that I'm meant to be, and we all have a purpose in life. So the purpose for me was definitely to get out of Hawke's Bay and spread my wings, and Sally definitely gave me that boost again. And I wouldn't be where I am now without having this course. So I'd recommend it to anyone, really, that just, even if you just don't know, you might be happy, or you just want a little bit of a pick me up, or just to ask some questions that you may think are silly in life, which aren't. But anyway, from that, 3 years later, I'm in Auckland. I'm now a site manager in construction. It's always been a passion of mine, but never really pursued it from a kid because, as we all do, we want to drink and go out and have a party. And I realised that I wasn't ready to settle down. I'm 33, but it doesn't matter. I've got a good career. I've got no kids, no intentions to have any of that either. I'm single, loving life. I read a lot of self-help books. I don't read, so I audiobook it. So there's no harm if you don't read, but I do recommend audiobooking. I still do my goals. I still write my journal. I do my gratitude journal. I'm educating myself because the biggest investment is yourself. That's something else as well that Sally taught me. So yes, money, yes, it costs money to do things, but if you're not investing in yourself, then you're not going to get anywhere in life. So if you have got some ambition and you want to do better with what you've got right now, even if you are happy in a good spot, we all need dreams and we all need something to aspire to. And yeah, I always think about the times on our sessions now and again. And I'm being mentored, shall I say, which is awesome. So I'm very open to this now. So before I wasn't opening to talk to anyone. I wasn't open to anyone directing me. I knew everything myself, but now I'm working for a very good big company, in a corporate company, and I'm very open to everything. So I'm being mentored myself, because you don't know everything. I'm succeeding in everything that I'm doing at the moment. I'm educating myself, so I'm doing my diploma as well in construction management, which is awesome. And yeah, I'm very happy, and it was really good today. Me and Sally haven't spoke probably for 2 years, so she doesn't, oh, don't worry, she won't micromanage you for the rest of your life unless you want it. But the good thing is she's there, and you know, there I just actually, I think I just stopped talking to you, Sally, which is probably quite rude in my part, but she knew that I had to self-develop after the program, so I was still in quite a bad place, but I just packed up my suitcase and I left the town, and I left my partner, which was quite a dramatic thing to do. And I don't think I answered a few calls to Sally, so she always checked in with me. But she knew what I was doing was for the right reasons. And yeah, and then today she rang me, and it's been a few years, and I feel like we've never not left each other, and she's still got the open arms and heart from everything that I've sort of ignored her with as well. And yeah, it's where I am now. So yeah, I hope that answers any questions that you've got. And for those that you may know me, I don't know if we've met in Hawke's Bay, or you know, I've traveled the world and I've met lots and lots of people. I've worked with many famous artists myself and done lots of events. But it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, your happiness matters, and your purpose in life. So we all need a purpose, and I think by doing things like this and being open to things like this program, it just gives you that little bit of spark sometimes that you need back. So I hope that you will find something out of this, and yeah, have such a rewarding end experience like I have, because I'm on a really good path now. So yeah.
Just for those of you, I love it. Like, we've been 10 minutes and I haven't got a word in edgeways. There's not many people that I struggle to get a word in edgeways, but brilliant. Covered absolutely everything I could possibly ask you. I love you. For those of you who are listening, what you won't know is that if I'm a firecracker, which I am, Jasmine is a pocket rocket. There's like, she is like on fire. And I met this gorgeous girl when she was at Project K, came in bit with a mentor with us, and she was on fire, full of life, like nothing. All the things she's done up until this point, doors had always opened. And then I caught up with her. It's funny, isn't it? Almost a couple of years later, I caught up with you, and I'm like, what's happened? The fire's gone out. What's going on? Because this amazing woman, who I know will lead many, who is destined for big things. It was all there. It was almost like somebody, just the spark had gone out. And I'm like, what's going on? But now, catching up with you 2 years later, and we did go on that journey of, look, I'm not really happy in my work. I'm not really happy in my job or my relationship. You know, I just need to sort myself out. And that's all you needed to do. You just needed to go, what was this? What was this? What was that? Do I understand this about me? Do I understand that from away? And interesting that you had it at a time where, you know, you and your ex-fiance had been together a long time, and really good friends. So it wasn't like anything was awful, but the beauty of it was being able to coach you both independently, or guide you independently, so that you could work out what you really wanted. He could work out what he really wanted. And if there was the synergy and it was right to go ahead together, brilliant. And if not, you could both live your dreams. So it was a win-win either which way, whether you stayed together or whether you moved on, because you moved on knowing, which was the case in your case, but you moved on for the right reasons. So there was no animosity, there was no ugliness, there was no blame or justify. You just took responsibility for your stuff. He took responsibility for his stuff. And both of you are happier now than you were. Like, it's like, boom, job done. Sometimes it's right to stay, sometimes it's not. So it is a joy to see you happy, living your dream. And I love it. She's off to Outward. Where are you? To just give these beautiful people an idea of, I know you said you're doing your audiobooks, but you just mentioned like a couple of other things, that the company is investing in you so that you again can move forward for yourself and for them. What other things are you up to?
Yeah, so they're paying for my trades apprenticeship basically through site management, which is awesome. So that's one thing. I'm doing a woman to leadership course for 10 months. So that's the mentoring program. So and these are working with really empowered women that want us to be leaders. So I'm very much heavily involved in women in construction, because I believe that we need more women in construction in areas and fields that not many doors are open. So I'm basically an advocate for those at the moment. And I'm doing Outward Bound in March, which is a leadership course. It's a whole week, paid for by the company. And it's basically no phone, no signal. And you basically just doing adventure sports, which is actually, I love that sort of stuff. So I'm sort of getting a holiday out of it as well. So that's awesome. And not to mention that I'm going to be the first woman to project manage a house built by women entirely. So they're actually platforming, they're giving me a platform to for myself. This platform is going to be recognized. It'll, the marketing behind it's going to be huge. So I'll be like billboarded out in Auckland, and maybe some adverts coming out on TV. So yeah, I'll be project managing that fully by women. And then also I will probably be one of the first women construction managers in New Zealand, probably majority in the world, to come out of all of this. So yeah, some amazing things, and it's given me the boost that I need. But the great thing is, out of all of this, they all know that I want to run my own company, and I want to work for myself, because the main thing that I've got is me. So that's quite interesting, because they sort of know where the end goal is, but they're still prepared because they want to, have me still working beside them and, giving back what I can, which is awesome. So yeah, I've got 170 guys that work beneath me at the moment, and we're doing a development that's got another 2 years left, so we build about 140 houses a year. Yeah, so that's where I'm at the moment. So it's pretty full on, but the great thing is, like, the way I look at it is, do you know what, people always think that you never have enough time to do everything you want to do, right? So I've been thinking about this quite a lot. It's been playing on my mind for the last year, because I am that person that loves my own time, probably like the majority of us listening to this. So we do like our downtime after work, and we do like watching telly. However, one thing we all need to remember is we are in control of our time. Whatever you write in your calendar and whatever you do on a daily basis is up to you. It is this time that I'm on the phone is up to me. If I get off this phone and I stroll Instagram for an hour, that is up to me. So stop making excuses for time, because time is so precious, but we are in control of it. So when I come home from night, if I want to build my business at night, that's my own time, and I will do it. There's many women out there that work full time, have kids and study, and we are complaining that what if we done this, and we want to make a business, and your dreams and your goals might be small. One might be, I want to get fit again. Well, do you know what? Get up half an hour early and go to the gym every day. That is up to you. That's your destiny. Don't watch TV at night. If you want to sit at home and watch TV for 3 hours a night, and then you're moaning saying, oh, I wish I'd built that business, oh, I wish I had more time to make those cakes for the kids. Well, just remember, we are in control of our own time, and that's what everyone's biggest defense is about doing well in life and succeeding, is because, oh, I've got not enough time. You do. That's it, full stop. And if you start getting around that, and that's what I've done, I think that's what's turned me around a bit more, is that I have control, and I do my monthly planner. First thing to do, set out your week and just see what time you've got. And do you know what? Watching shows and TV, and just think about those little things that do take up time, but if they're not going towards your goals and dreams, just think about those every time you do them. So that's something that I've been working on, because I definitely think that's something that was the worst thing, because for me to switch off, I've got a very overactive brain. I need to watch telly, or I need to scroll on my phone and do this, but instead I'm reading the building code for construction, because that's going to make me the better person that I am, and I'm going to be better than most people out there. So it's up to you what you do. So that's something I want to share, and I hope that take that away, because that's probably the biggest thing that's influenced me these last few months. And as soon as I've got my head around, am I prepared to sacrifice being a little bit more tired or a little bit more time in the morning to actually achieve something better for tomorrow? Yes, because this moment right now is never going to come back again. You can't control the past. You can only control what you're doing right now to succeed in the future. So all that time wasted over the years, let's not waste anymore. So yeah, I'd like to think that you can use that. Yeah.
Gold. Gold, gold, gold. See, this is why we love hanging out, because I love the words from this woman. Do you know what my best one's going to be, though? What do you do for downtime? I read the building code. Like that, me, that is my gold for today. It's like, who do I know would sit down in their evening and read the building code?
Building code.
But,
I mean, I still, don't get me wrong, guys, I've still got a TV. I'm not like a complete, like, you know, robot every morning. But, you know, like, I want to be healthy. So I'm going to go to the gym every day. And it's up to you if you put that processed sugar in your mouth. I'm not saying I don't eat cakes and stuff, but come on, like, let's just not stop blaming. You're your own destiny. What you do is up to you. That's simple. And I think as soon as we start doing that, you can do anything you want to do. So
see, and I'll sugarcoat it at conference, because we've got what next, and what next is about where you are now and where you want to go, because it's what next, exactly as you've just said. It's we can reframe the past, we can't change it. But what we do is we stand on the past and we look ahead and we start doing the things, as you've just said, that you want to do now that gets you to where you want to go. I can't remember the last time we turned the TV on in this house. Like, it's something we just never do. And it's so funny. And one of the things have been, because I've had to do social media, is starting to go on social media. And I'm like, oh, I need to manage. Like, I just need to put some boundaries. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do the posts. I'm going to interact with a couple of people. Boom, done. Because otherwise you just get sucked into this. It's like a vacuum of, and it doesn't get you where you want to go. So it's like actually unhelpful.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, Jazz, always a joy to talk to you, but, you know, let's not leave it 2 years. You know, I'm feeling like you've seen Ed Sheeran. I think you need to come and hang out with us in Hawke's Bay for what next, because you know what, let me tell you, after the 2 events, this is the one that's going to change your life.
Love it.
So sorry, couldn't resist that. God bless, have an amazing time, and we will speak soon.